Hi class, so we're going to be starting our new module and this is lesson 1. And one of the things that we're going to be working on is looking at ways to move objects around into equal groups. And this is a couple lessons that we're not going to dive right into multiplication. We need to understand first how to see objects put into groups that could be done using multiplication, and then also understanding how we could show it with addition. Okay, so we're not going to dive straight into multiplication. This stuff that we have to practice first is really going to help you later when you start learning your multiplication facts. So I have a sentence frame here. It says there are blank groups of blank counters. And so what we want to do is I have some here and then I have a nice extra little pile over here. I want to find ways to show that I could put these counters into equal groups. So first I see that I have, let me use my thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 counters. And there's a bunch of different ways that I can move them into equal groups. So let's see, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 here, and 1, 2, 3. So are these equal groups? Yes, because there's the exact same amount in this group as there are in this group. So I could say, how many groups do I have? I have one group here, and I have a second group here. So there are 2 groups, and how many counters are in each group? Of each group, there are 3 counters, 1, 2, 3. So I would say that there are 2 groups of 3 counters, okay? So then let's say I move them around and I put them like this. Would you say those are equal groups? I don't think that they are equal groups because I see that over here I have 2 counters and over here I have 4. So this would not be considered an equal group. So big old X on that one. So what could be a different way that I could spread this out? Maybe I would do, I like the idea of having the 2. So that would mean I'd need another group with 2. And then I would need another group with 2. So would these be equal groups? Yes, because I have 2 right here. I have another group of 2 here. It's the same amount. And I have another one. So how many groups do I have? Well, I have 1 group, 2, 3. There are 3 groups of, and in here I have 1, 2, of 2 counters each. So my sentences changed, but it still is the same amount. In the first problem, I still had 6 counters, but I just had it arranged a different way. In this problem, I have still 6 counters. They're just now in groups of 3, okay? So let's say now I add 2 more counters, and I said, okay, I want every one of you guys to make groups of 2, of equal groups. So here I go. So now I changed my amount of counters that I had, but I still had to do equal groups of 2. So I see here that I have 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 groups. So I have 4 groups of, and now I have 1, 2 in each group of 2 counters. Okay, so that changed the amount that I had, and I added an extra grouping. Let's say instead I want there to be 2 groups instead of 4 groups, and I want each of the groups to have 4 counters. How could I go about doing that? So let's see, I need 2 groups. So I'm going to do 1, oops. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have 2 groups of 4 counters. I have equal groups because they have the same amount inside. Okay, so all I did was I changed the amount of counters that were in each group, which required me to change the amount of groups that I had. So then let's say I'm able to include all my counters, and I asked you, the students, to put them into equal groups in whatever way that you can think. So you could move objects into groups of 2, and then you would see how many groups do you have. So do you notice how I put them very close together so that way I don't get my groups mixed up. So let's see. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. And in each group, it's of 2 counters. 1, 2. So 6 groups of 2 counters. Okay. What if I wanted to rearrange that? I could instead put 6 in one group. Oops. Sorry. And 6 in another group. And so now I have 2 groups, 1, 2, and in there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters. So 2 groups of 6 counters, okay? Now the thing that is important is none of the amount of counters that I had changed. I still have 12 counters. So it's just in how I organize the groups and how I can see the different numbers by moving the counters around. So for the last part of the lesson, you might see some word problems. So it says, Carrie has 12 teddy bears. She wants to put the same number of teddy bears into 3 baskets. Draw a picture to show how she can put them into groups. Then complete the sentence. So down here it says, Carrie can put blank teddy bears into each basket. So first thing we got to do is figure out how many groups we need to do. She wants to put the teddy bears into 3 baskets. So let's say I drew 3 big circles. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then I have to move 12 teddy bears equally into these 3 baskets. So I'm just going to do little dots or circles just because 1, it's hard to draw teddy bears, and 2, we don't want to spend that much time. So I have 12 counters now that I found or drew. So let's say I drew these 12 circles, and those are the 12 teddy bears. So now I need to put them into the equal groups. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I just have to double check that I made them into equal groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 teddy bears in each basket. So that would be my equal groups. And now I can complete the sentence on the bottom. Carrie can put 4 teddy bears into each basket. Because here there's 4, here there's 4, and here there's 4. And together, if I were to add these all up, they all equal 12 teddy bears. So the most important thing is that this lesson and the upcoming lessons is that you understand the term equal groups. You have to be able to understand that as you are putting things into groups, they all have to have the same number. So just to remind you that as you are completing each problem, it's important that you draw them out and double check that each group has the same number. So if I were to show this drawing, this is equal groups. They all have the same amount, okay? There can be unequal groups, and that would be if one of the groups had a number either higher or lower than the other group. So let's say I put 2 extras. This would be unequal groups because this has 5, this has 3, and this is 3. Okay, so today you're going to be asked to draw things in equal groups or circle things into equal groups. That's what you're going to be practicing.